Worry is like a fire that burns without giving warmth. It eats you from the inside without ever feeding your growth. It whispers into your mind that it is protecting you, but in truth, it is draining you of the strength you need to live. People cling to worry as if it were armor, but in reality, it is a cage. When you worry about what cannot be changed, you chain yourself to the past, you chain yourself to illusions of the future, you chain yourself to storms that may never come, and in the process you lose the only thing that is real, the present moment. Worry is not preparation, it is not wisdom, it is not care, it is only wasted energy. Think of all the nights humanity has lost tossing and turning over what could have been or what might be. Think of all the mornings destroyed before they began, because the mind was already carrying battles that were not even here. People waste their breath replaying mistakes as if regret will rewrite history. They waste their energy fearing outcomes that may never appear, as if fear could somehow control the future. And yet all the while life is passing, every heartbeat is slipping, every chance is vanishing, because worry steals today in exchange for nothing. Tomorrow, the truth is simple. The past is gone. It is carved into stone. You cannot go back and repaint yesterday. You cannot climb into history and choose a different road. You cannot unspeak words once spoken or undo steps once taken. You can only learn. You can only grow. You can only move forward. So, why pour oceans of thought into what is already finished? Why cry over broken glass that cannot be made whole again? And the future is not here. It is still mist, still unborn, still untouchable. It will arrive, but it will not arrive on your terms or in your timing. And when it comes, it will come with its own strength for you to endure. So why poison today with fear of tomorrow? Why rehearse pain that has not yet touched you? Why suffer twice, once in imagination and once in reality? And often the imagination is worse than reality itself, because the mind paints disasters far greater than what life ever delivers. The storm you fear often turns into gentle rain. The mountain you dread often becomes a small hill. The loss you imagine often never even arrives. So why sacrifice joy now on the altar of illusions? The wise do not waste themselves on shadows. They understand that life is a battlefield. Energy is the only weapon. The more energy you give to worry, the less you have for action. The more strength you pour into fear, the weaker you become in the fight when the real challenge comes. It is not worry that saves you. It is courage. It is focus. It is action. So if you want to be strong tomorrow, you must protect your energy today. And the first step is to kill worry at its root. You kill it by refusing to feed it, by replacing fear with action, by drowning out the whispers of what if with the roar of what now. Because when your hands are building, your heart has no room for fear. When your feet are moving forward, your mind has no time for regret. When your spirit is alive with purpose, worry is suffocated. It cannot breathe in the atmosphere of action. So take a deep breath and ask yourself right now, is my worry solving anything? Is it building anything? Is it creating strength? Is it moving me forward? Or is it only chaining me to shadows? And the answer is always the same. Worry creates nothing. It builds nothing. It solves nothing. So why keep feeding it? You must starve it with action. You must starve it with faith. You must starve it with courage, because life is not meant to be spent in fear. Life is meant to be lived with fire. When you live fully in the present, worry has no power over you. When you pour yourself into the task before you with all your energy, all your focus, all your heart, worry becomes silent, like a ghost fading in the daylight of determination. And the more you surround and the more you practice this, the stronger you become, until worry no longer rules you. It becomes like background noise, something you notice but no longer obey, because your spirit has risen above it. And once you rise above worry, you become free, truly free, free to love without fear of loss, free to try without fear of failure, free to rise without fear of falling, free to live without fear of death. Because you know the truth, worry cannot change what will happen, and it cannot undo what has already happened. It can only steal the moment you have now, and the moment you have now is everything. It is life itself. It is the breath in your lungs. It is the strength in your hands. It is the fire in your soul. So why give it away to a thief? Why let worry rob you of the miracle of now? The only wise response is to let it go, to release the chains, to pour your energy into the present, to walk forward with courage, to face life as it comes, not as your imagination twists it, but as it truly is. Because whatever comes you will endure, whatever comes you will endure, whatever comes you will rise, whatever comes you will conquer. But until it comes, live free, live now. Live without. You have carried the weight of worry long enough, and it has bent your back, it has drained your energy. It has stolen your sleep, But today you can decide to put it down. You can choose to refuse the poison and drink strength instead. You can look worry in the eye and say, you no longer rule me, you no longer own my mind, you no longer steal my joy. And the moment you declare this, a shift happens inside your soul, because you finally understand that life is not meant to be perfect. It is not meant to be without struggle. It is not meant to follow your script. It is meant to test you, to forge you, to break you in places only so you can rise stronger in those very places. And worry adds nothing to this process. It only slows you. It only blinds you. It only weakens you. Challenges will come whether you worry or not. Losses will strike whether you worry or not. Storms will rage whether you worry or not. The question is not, will life test me? The question is, will I stand ready when it does? And readiness is never built on worry. It is built on courage, on action, on discipline, on faith. So why waste one more breath feeding what cannot feed you instead? Take that breath and build yourself. Take that energy and sharpen your mind. Take that moment and move forward one step at a time, because that step is everything. Each step you take away from worry is a victory. Each step you take into the present is freedom. Each step you take with courage builds a strength. Worry can never destroy. Think of all the people who never began because worry froze them, who never tried because fear convinced them of failure, who never lived because anxiety convinced them of death. They were already dead long before the end, because they allowed worry to strangle the life out of them. Do not join them. Refuse to die before your time. Refuse to waste the only chance you have. Refuse to bow to an enemy that has no real power over you, because worry only rules you. If you let it, it has no sword. It has no chain. It only has illusions. Vanish when you face them with truth. The truth is that you are stronger than you think, braver than you believe, and tougher than you ever imagined. The truth is that you have survived storms already. Storms you thought would destroy you, storms you thought would crush you, yet here you are, breathing, living, rising again. The truth is that life has already proven you are greater than fear, and if you have come this far, nothing can stop you from going further. The only enemy left is the one whispering in your own mind, and you must silence it with courage, because every second wasted in worry is a second stolen from joy, a second stolen from growth, a second stolen from life. When you finally realize this, worry becomes unacceptable. It becomes offensive. It becomes something you cannot tolerate in your spirit any longer. And so you rise against it. You fight it, not with more fear, but with clarity, with discipline, with action. You build habits that destroy worry. You focus on what you can control. You release what you cannot. You pour yourself into the work at hand. You commit to what lies before you, and you trust yourself to handle what lies ahead. And in this way you break the cycle. You reclaim your freedom, because freedom is not the absence of struggle. Freedom is the absence of chains, and worry is the heaviest chain of all. Once broken, you feel lighter, faster, stronger. You feel alive in a way you never did before, because you are no longer split between past, present, and future. You are rooted in the now, and the now is all you ever needed. The now is where strength is built. The now is where joy is tasted. The now is where life is lived. Tomorrow is not promised. Yesterday is gone. Only the now is real. And when you embrace this truth, worry collapses. It becomes meaningless. It becomes powerless. It becomes a shadow that cannot touch you. And even when fear tries to rise again, even when anxiety whispers again, you will have the strength to answer with fire. You will have the discipline to stand unshaken. You will have the courage to walk forward with steady steps. And each time you do this, you become stronger, until worry no longer visits you with the same power, until fear no longer holds you with the same grip, until anxiety no longer steals your nights or poisons your days, because you have trained yourself to live above it. This is the true victory. Not that life becomes easy, not that storms stop coming, but that you are unshaken when they do. The world may rage around you, but you remain calm. The future may be uncertain, but you remain steady. The past may be painful, but you remain free. In this freedom you discover real power, the power to live fully, the power to love deeply, the power to rise endlessly, and the power to face death itself without fear, because you know death too cannot be changed. You know it is the one certainty you cannot escape, and yet even in this there is no reason to worry, because death gives meaning to life. It sharpens every breath, it makes every moment sacred. It reminds you that time is short, and that shortness is not a curse but a blessing, because it forces you to live with urgency, to live with fire, to live without wasting yourself on shadows. So worry not about death, worry not about loss, worry not about tomorrow, because these things are beyond your reach. Instead, grip tightly the only treasure you truly have, this moment, this chance, this life, and pour yourself into it with everything you have burned so brightly that worry has no place in your fire. Doing so, you will inspire others. You will show them a life free of chains. You will show them what it means to live with courage. You will show them what it means to be unbroken. And that legacy will outlive you, that strength will echo, that courage will ripple across lives and generations, because one soul free of worry can awaken thousands more. And this is why you must refuse to live another day, bound by what you cannot change, because you are not here to live half alive. You are not here to crawl under the weight of fear. You are not here to be chained by illusions. You are here to live fully, to fight bravely, to love deeply, to rise endlessly, and to leave this world having truly lived. And the only way to do that is to release worry forever.